It's important to identify the characteristics of a true champion because champions can get things done for us. And the two things that I look for in champions compared to coaches or anybody else, one is they can steal budget, which means they can go and take money from somewhere and give it to somebody else. Because at the beginning of the year, if your solution is not a line item in their budget, you got to go find somebody that can take money from some bucket and give it to you in order for you to sell them something. So we got to figure out who can have that impact on that budget. And people say budgets are fixed. Please, budgets are fixed. They're not fixed. I know they're not fixed. And the easy way to prove this is with the phrase, if you've ever heard this one, priorities have changed. We hear that all day, every day. When you hear priorities have changed, that pretty much means that you were probably dealing with somebody below the power line and somebody from above the power line came and took your money. All right? So we got to figure out people who can steal budget. The other characteristic is they agree to be your champion. You actually have the conversation with them. I can't tell you how many times in my career that I thought I had a champion just because we had a really good dialogue and a really good conversation going, only to realize at the end that they were having that exact same conversation with my competition and they were really just telling me what I wanted to hear. So I actually have very frank discussions and ask people, will you be my champion? Now, obviously that's very easy with VPs of sales because they know what that means and they usually appreciate it. But if you're dealing with HR or tech or something like that, you might want to soften it up and say something along the lines of, hey, will you fight for me internally on your end? If I fight for you internally on my end, will you fight for me internally on yours? Or, if they're asking for something and say, hey, a discount or something like a ROI analysis or something like that. Hey, look, I'm happy to do that for you. Let me ask, if that comes out well, will you be my champion on this? Will you fight for me internally? And I ask it very directly because there's really only two answers to that question. One is, yeah, John, absolutely. We got to make this happen and I'm going to be on your side to drive this thing forward. The other answer is anything other than that. I mean, if you hesitate when I ask you that question, that tells me all I need to know about where I stand. And obviously I got some more work to do. And if you say no to that, so sorry, John, I can't be your champion. Well, at least now I know. And no one's half the battle, right? So then we can adjust our strategy and everything else. So make sure that when you identify or you think you identify a champion, it's not really just a really strong coach or somebody telling you what you want to hear. It's somebody that follows those characteristics of can steal budget and agree to be your champion. Make it happen.